If you are a homeowner in Amador County, California, or are planning to become one, I'm going to be sharing an update on the latest real estate market trends for August of 2024. In case you're new to the area, Amador County encompasses the cities of Ione, the north side of Lake Comanche, then moving up the hill to Jackson, Cedar Creek, and Plymouth, further up the hill to Pine Grove and Volcano, and then finally Pioneer and High Country, which is up towards Kirkwood. It also includes the smaller areas of Amador City, Drytown, Fiddletown, and River Pines. Be sure to stick around to the end of this video so that you can take advantage of some hidden opportunities whether you're considering buying or selling in Amador County. Okay, so from a high-level perspective, in August there were 5.9 months of inventory available based on the closed sales in Amador County, which pushes us back into a neutral market. As you may recall from my last video, we dipped slightly into a buyer's market last month with 6 months of inventory. In case you missed that video, I'll link it below. And if you're wondering what months of inventory means, it just tells you how many months it would take for all the homes currently on the market to sell given the average sales volume for the month. So less than 3 months of inventory means there's not a lot of inventory available, which can drive prices up and is more beneficial to sellers, which indicates a seller's market. 3 to 6 months of inventory indicates more of a balanced market that is equally beneficial or neutral for buyers and for sellers, which of course indicates a neutral market, and that's what we're in right now. And then 6 months or more of inventory means there's a lot more properties available for buyers to choose from, which of course can drive prices down and is more beneficial to buyers and indicates a buyer's market. So if you're wondering how that number is trending versus last month, again, it's down slightly from 6 months of inventory last month, but it is up from 4.1 months of inventory compared to this time last year. Last month, we were wondering if we would continue to stay in a buyer's market, but we tipped back slightly into a neutral market instead. So as we continue to watch the market and see what it's doing, we will be interested to see how things pan out during the slight uptick that we usually see this time of year until about mid-November. Okay, so the average for sale or list price for a single family residence in Amador County is $707,000, but keep in mind that that is an average across the entire county. They range from an average list price of $447,000 in Pioneer to $2.1 million in Drytown. The average list price is up 1.4% from $697,000 from last month and is up 5.8% from $668,000 this time last year. So it seems that our prices are going up. In my opinion, it could be just due to the slight uptick we see with the ebb and flow of the market this time of year. Okay, so it is also important to take a look at what property is actually sold for. I haven't covered this additional slide in my last few market update videos, but I find that this paints a much bigger picture on what the market is up to. The average sold or closed price for single family residence in Amador County is $451,000. Again, this is across the entire county. They range from an average closed price of $292,000 in River Pines to $722,000 in Plymouth. The average close price is up 1.3% from $448,000 this time last month, but it is down 12.1% from $513,000 this time last year. As you can see, this paints a much bigger picture on what homes are selling for in August. Moving along, the average list to sale price was 96% in August. That simply means that properties were selling for 96% of the list price. So sellers were agreeing to come down from their original list price by 4%. That's slightly up from what it was at 95% this time last month and this time last year. Now when you're starting to look at this stat, you've got to keep in mind that it has a lot to do with the strategy a seller uses when they're listing their property, whether underpricing it to entice bidding wars or overpricing, which can tend to happen when the market is still shifting like it has been. And the list to sale price is also another indicator of what type of market we're in and trending towards. The lower the ratio is below 100, the more of a buyer's market exists, and the higher a ratio is at or above 100 indicates more of a seller's market. So again, looking at these numbers, it seems like we're still trending towards a buyer's market. Now you might be wondering, how long is it taking for properties to sell? On average in August, Amador County, it took 43 days for a property to sell. That is trending down from the last month where it took about 58 days on average, and is also trending down from this time last year where it took 52 days. So if you're planning to sell your home, it may take slightly less time than it did last month. Once again, time will tell if this is market driven or just seasonally driven. If you're thinking about buying real estate in the near future, according to Freddie Mac, mortgage rates in August range between 5.51% to 6.73%, depending on if you're going fixed or variable and the type of loan you're getting, as well as the loan term length, so like 15-year, 30-year, that kind of thing. Rates are starting to trend downward, so if you're planning on making a move anytime soon, be sure to start the process as soon as possible so that you're ready to go once the floodgates open. Because remember, most people wait until they see the rates go way down before they start talking to their realtor or getting pre-approved with their lender. But if you start this process now, and you can also float your rate so that you may be able to take advantage of the great deal, well, everyone else is scrambling to get their ducks in a row and you're ready to start looking at houses. So, in summary, when you look at August 2024 statistics, it looks like we're closely bordering between a neutral and a buyer's market, but that could change as we see interest rates trending downward. Plus, we are also heading into the fall market, so it's not as busy as the spring market generally is, but it is a slight uptick that we'll see until about mid-November before what we call the winter lull of the market. But regardless, one really important thing to remember is that these macro level market statistics really mean nothing when looking at Amador County as a whole. What's happening in Ione can be completely different than what's happening in, let's say, Jackson or even up the hill in Pioneer and High Country. And even within these areas, there are different micro markets to be aware of. All right, so now for those of you that have been waiting for those hidden opportunities, if you're thinking about selling, and for those of you that live in Pine Grove and Volcano, the average listed sale price was at 102%, which means bidding wars may be happening in your area if you have a desirable home. Now, if you're looking to upgrade that desirable home and buy a new, bigger property, pricing dropped by 9.1% from July to August in Ione. So now could be a good opportunity to make that move. Okay, so bottom line, this is whether you're buying or selling, your situation is unique and a general market update should be taken with a grain of salt. If you want an accurate market analysis for your home, or you're thinking of buying and want to know where some hidden opportunities may lie for you, you can request a free, no obligation market evaluation, or you can even book a call with me to have a no pressure conversation about your options. I'm really not here to convince you one way or another or get you to sign your life away with a listing or buyer representation agreement before you're ready to make a move. I know that's what all of you think is going to happen once you meet with a real estate agent. But in reality, this is the beginning stage of getting to know each other, and it is also your chance to kind of interview me and decide whether or not I'm the right fit to help you achieve your home ownership goals, okay? So if you find that either of those appointments would be helpful, you can click the links with this video and set them up. Otherwise, feel free to check out my other videos, and I'll be back next month with a market update for September of 2024.